everyone, and welcome to this evening's Brutus Monroe live stream. While I'm behind the scenes getting ready to start our live stream and create all sorts of really cool projects, as well as talk about the current offerings for Brutus Monroe, I'm going to show a couple of videos here on the side. These will be also current offerings that we have, as well as a couple of special promos that I want you to know about this month. Once that timer runs out, I will be live with you and we'll be creating all sorts of really fun things together, and I think we're going to have a really good time. I'll see you all very soon.
Let me tell you right now, your exquisite kiss still burning. Didn't know I missed this passion in life. Now I'm addicted somehow. Let me tell you what is up with your smile? It's impossible, not melting, irresistible. When I look through your eyes, not even sky's the limit. I used to be satisfied, stayed over the surface. Now I just can't get enough. You make me feel good like no other. I just want everyone to see what I've discovered. And when I'm with you, I go higher. You lift me up, now I can see so much farther. You're on the horizon. You're on the horizon. I'm a butterfly who has only begun, taking me a while to get it. Had to live and cry to appreciate life, and what you give is worth it. When you're holding me, when you hold me so close, I'm withering under your skin. Wanna leave a mark so that I can be sure that you remember what's been. I used to be satisfied, stayed over the surface. Now I just can't get enough. You make me feel good like no other. I just want everyone to see what I've discovered. Beyond the horizon. Beyond the horizon. Let me tell you what I found. Leaving everything behind, knowing there is more in life than I want. Now I wanna embrace life, you and I side by side, knowing there is more in life than I want. Let me tell you right now, your exquisite kiss still burning. Didn't know I missed this passion in life. Now I'm addicted somehow. Let me tell you what is up with your smile? It's impossible, not melting, irresistible. When I look through your eyes, not even sky's the limit. I used to be satisfied.
Hello everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good evening, everybody. Hello. Let me refresh my chat here. How is everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody is doing great. Hello, hello. I'm gonna say hello whenever you are in here, so I can say hello. Hello, Liz. I know, isn't it fun? I'm a pumpkin. Hello, Brandon. Hello, Mackie. Hello, Christy. Hello, Rob and Minnie. Hello, Carol. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Barb. Hello, Carolyn. Hello, Raina. Hello, Nanette. Hello, Tracy. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome in, my friends. Thank you. My mom got it for me. It says something about being kind on the back. I think it just says be kind with like ghosts or something. Hello, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. So tonight, I have a couple of things. Number one, we are going to talk about a fun new product. Number two, we are going to talk about a product that came back that so many of you... Hello, Scoos. Oh, thank you. I can't remember where we got those from. I can't remember where those are from. All right, Christopher, that looks like the elusive tiger pumpkin. Yes, yes, it is the elusive tiger pumpkin is what this is. Yes. Oh, yes. I think it's probably low stock at this point. I don't know. I don't get any of that information. I don't know if it's at low stock or not. So, all right, so let's head down to the table and let's chit chat. So, let me see. Hopefully our top view is set, and it is. Woo! That was a close one. So, all right, so we have two things that, oh, it's sold out. Is the stamp sold out too, or just the stamp? Oh, the stamp and die, yes. The stamp and die sold out in like 2 seconds, I feel like. Literally 2 seconds. It was nuts how quickly it sold out. Nuts, nuts, nuts. All right. So one quick thing that is a comeback because so many of you asked about this, and it is back. So the cinnamon apple pie squeaky clean and the pumpkin donut squeaky cleans. They are both back in stock. So if you want them, they are limited edition. We only have, I don't know, I'm not sure how many we have of them, but I know that it's not a whole lot of them. So, with that being said, they are, I'll post a link here for you, because if you purchase, they don't have images right now because they don't yet. The server wasn't updating, and I wanted to go live, and unfortunately with the server not updating in time, I was like, I'm going live regardless. I'm going live. There's no image, but it is what it is for right now. So I'll post that link for you. So the pumpkin spice has been switched over to the pumpkin donut. So the pumpkin donut smells just like our pumpkin spice. It's just a little bit more, it's a little bit sweeter, that's all. But it smells very similar to our pumpkin spice. So we have the cinnamon apple pie and the pumpkin donut. Those are now available. So if you want to grab them, I just posted the bundle, or you can just search cinnamon apple pie or pumpkin donut and you can get them separately if you would like. But obviously there's a deal, a bundle deal, if you get them together. All right. So, how is everybody doing tonight? Good? Is everybody having a good night so far? A good day? Good night? Good day? I hope so. All right. So we are continuing on the Halloween train tonight because, I mean, I can't stop with the Halloween and I must do more Halloween. We only have a little bit more time to do Halloween until we switch over to holiday. But we are launching tonight these. So you're going to say, Christopher, what the heck are those? What are you up to? What's going on? So these are I saw a card about a month ago. I did not show the Christmas box yet, no. Oh, thank you, Penny. Penny found it. So I saw a card the other day, and this card had the most incredible weaving pattern or woven pattern on it, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. I could not stop thinking about it. Hello, Stacy. And when I saw this card, I immediately thought to myself, how can we make that simple in the respect of how can we create a product that will make it easy for us to do these cool weaving patterns, but how do I simplify it to the point where we give them something that is a blank canvas for them to use? Because when I was looking at this particular project and I was, looking through everything, they used all sorts of different colors, and it was it was really cool. There were like different colors, there were different patterns. There were so many different things that caught my eye on this card that I was like, I have to recreate that card, but how do I create a product that will allow for us to do that pretty simply, but I didn't want to choose the colors for you. So that is when the weaving strips came to life. So these weaving strips are 1 inch wide. I guess wide. Well, let's look at it this way. 1 inch wide by 11 inches tall, okay? And I just watched in review for Comfort Let Them. Perfect timing to watch you live. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Ellen. So you received 25 in this pack. And of course, I can't leave you high and dry. When you purchase these, I created a weaving strips pattern guide. So this is a guide for you to utilize when you are using your weaving strips. So I thought that this would be something that would be super, super cool for us to create with, and something super, super cool for you to use. Now, obviously, if weaving isn't your bag or something you don't want to try, you're not going to hurt my feelings. I just thought that it would. Carolyn said, well, of course I did. Yes, I had to create a guide. I created the guide for me, but obviously I, want you to be able to utilize it as well. So I thought this would be a really cool thing for us to kind of play around with, and I think it's going to be really fun for us to create with. So the weave, quote unquote, that I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to do this one right here, and we're going to do a Halloween card, but I'm going to go back to my roots and I'm going to do a 6 by 6 inch card. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab 6 of my little weaving strips out, because I think we're only going to need 6 because I'm going to be able to cut these down, okay? But I did want to do them at a taller, a longer, so that if you want to use it for scrapbooking too, you can. So these are actually cut out of our alabaster cardstock. So it's a very thick, it's an awesome, awesome cardstock. They are not plastic. They're a 100-pound paper is what they are. And what we're going to do is we have to kind of look through this and figure out how we're going to create this. So when you buy your weaving strips, this download comes to you automatically. It is only available if you purchase the weaving strips, because it took me forever to create this. So it's gotta be with the purchase, unfortunately. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna plan this out. So the way that I am gonna plan mine out is these are going to be, the X's are going to be patterns that I'm going to create with the stencil. And then the other strips are going to be solid colors. Okay, so we're going to figure out what these solid colors are once we create our pattern. And we're actually going to, when we create this pattern, I am going to actually die cut, I believe, a circle out of it. And I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead. Actually, we might cut a square out of it. I'm not sure yet. So I'm going to take a piece of just plain Jane alabaster paper, and I am going to cut this down to 6 inches by 6 inches. That's going to be our starting point. All right. So 6 inches by, oh, thank you, Anne-Marie. 6 inches by 6 inches. And this will be our base for everything. Okay, we're gonna set this aside because we don't need that yet. I just wanted to have it ready to go. Oh, is it there? I always forget that it's there. I always forget that it exists there. Okay, so you'll notice on the stick and stamp mat there are 6 spots. You would think that I planned this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're all learning how to count tonight. 4, 5, and then 6. And these are all going to fit perfectly on our stick and stamp mat. Going to create a perfect surface for blending. Okay, so leave these to hang off the side. You don't have to worry about those. And we are going to grab our candy stencil because I can't get enough of this candied stencil. And just for reinforcement, I'm going to grab a little bit of pixie tape just in case. I mean, it shouldn't move on us, but you never know. Okay, and then I'm going to grab one more color, some purple. Oh, and also we were able to add a couple more of the Stamp Timber bundles on. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I think there are 2 of them that are available again. Because there were several of you last night that bought them twice. So we had to call you today and let you know that you bought it twice, and we had to give you a virtual gift card. So just as a heads up, we have a couple. We don't have any of the I Want It Alls left, though. Those were definitely all gone. Okay. Hello, Kara. So I'm just going in and I'm just blending. And I'm just kind of doing, you know, my own thing with the blending. It's not going to be a perfect across blend. I've really been into this kind of haphazardy blending. So the first color I used was Crown Me. Second color is Prom Queen. And this alabaster paper is the same as our perfect blend, but it's just thicker. It's the same premise as it because I needed it to be really smooth. It had to be super, super smooth for blending because, you know, I love to blend. All right, so now we're going to do our orange. And the orange I'm using is Roar. And right now we're really just focusing on, because we're just going to apply a sentiment and maybe a couple of little pieces of candy to this card because we don't want it to be, the weave, as far as I'm concerned, is going to be the really cool part of it. So I don't want to do too much. It's very Halloween-y. And then Overzealous is our final color. And that is going to complete our Halloween. And I'm going a little bit off the sides here, but that's okay because once we get the weave completed, we're going to end up cutting it down a little bit. All right. So now all of that is completed. And I'm going to lift this off and lift this off, and then we can take a look at what our pattern looks like. And obviously, this is completely up to you. Completely up to you how you create your woven pattern or what you put on top of it. I'm just giving you the supplies to create it. Okay, so there is our pattern all done. And we do have, of course, this stencil still available because our Halloween stuff is still available. Well, some of it is. The I Love You zombie stamp, completely gone. Completely gone. Okay. So is everyone still with me? Everyone still with me? Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure down. Now you can do this however you would like. This is just the way that I'm doing it because it makes it the easiest for me to kind of do the mathematical side in my mind. So I'm going to go to 5.5 because that is going to be the height of our little, like that's the halfway point, okay? And then I'm going to draw a line with my T-square going straight across, okay? And that's our halfway point. It's okay that some of these are overlapping because it's not going to hurt a darn thing, okay? All right, so you're all still with me? Great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my blade here, which always seems to go missing as soon as I need it. So we might not be using it. Oh, nope, I found it. Hello, Ricky. And I am going to just ever so gently cut this out. And the stick and stamp mat will be safe if you just do some gentle cuts on it. You don't want to, stab into your stick and stamp mat, but it will allow you to pop your little pieces like so. Okay, and we want to kind of keep these in order. It didn't cut all the way through, which is fine. I'm just going to grab my, remember these? I wish we could bring these back, but the manufacturer no longer exists. So I'm just going to trim this straight across, and then we will have our additional pieces. Just want to kind of keep those together. It doesn't matter, the bottom ones. Okay. I know they are the best. They're very sharp. Very, very sharp. So you always have to be very careful with them. That's why they have the little case on them. These were my original scissors from way, way, way back in the day. All right. So now what we're going to do is we are going to take 3. So we'll do 1, 2, 3 of our strips, and we're going to do those in the beautiful prom queen color. Okay, y'all still with me? Now you can do this however you would like. I'm just looking at my cheat sheet here, and I'm just doing it the way that I'm looking. You should probably be a little bit better at putting this down than I am. But all we're doing is we're just adding color, okay? And it doesn't have to be a perfect blend. If you get a little bit of ink This guy does not want to stay down. I think it's because you just really want the center to be as blended as possible. Okay, so there's part one. So we have our pink. And now for our second one, we're going to do the purple. And we're just going to place our pieces down, grab our purple, and just add our color. And again, this is going to be a really cool woven pattern, so you don't have to worry about necessarily getting all the way to the edges with it. You could also drag your ink pad around if you would like, but this paper is very, very smooth, so it's going to lend itself to allowing you to blend and add color very easily. And again, it does not have to be perfect because we're going to be cutting down this once we get it all put together. All right. I'd say that's about good. Tomorrow I'm going to do all sorts of foiling with them. Oh, that's awesome. I love that. We're going to be doing a little bit of foiling tonight, but it has nothing, we're not using a laminator. Because I love to teach y'all how to foil without the laminator. Just going to hit this with a little bit of a heat gun. Just to kind of help it along a little bit. And try not to burn my fingers off. Yeah, I always like to do a whole bunch of panels at one time as well. I agree 100% with that. All right. So now I'm going to grab some of the Brutus Monroe tissue tape. And I'm going to run this right down the center on each one. That should be enough. It doesn't have to go from side to side because, again, remember, we're going to cut just a little bit off all the way around. Because once this weave is done, we are going to send it right through the die cut machine. Then I sort. Oh, that's a great idea, Carolyn. And it is always, you're right, great to have a couple of panels on hand. Okay. Is everybody still with me? Everybody still good? All right. Okay. So I'm going to grab a little bit of foil. So, I mean, the main thing is the size. That's the main thing. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our little choppy tool again, and we're just going to skim off our little edges here. It will accommodate a full 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, which I'm very excited about because I don't work in 12 by 12. I don't know a whole lot of card makers that do work in 12 by 12. So I'm excited that the 12 by 12, I can use my 8.5 by 11 paper. This is a choppy tool that we have coming out soon. It does not exist yet. And the reason it doesn't exist yet is because it does not have a safety on it yet. Whenever they sent me the first trial of it, it does not have the safety on it. So that is why it does not exist yet. But it will with our name on it. All right. So now we're going to take this. We're going to peel off our backer paper. I think we're going to do 3 of these at a time. Hello, Rose. How are you, my friend? I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. We're just going to take our orange static and we're going to rest it right on top of there. And we are going to lift. And that's going to give us a little shining, shimmering splendor to our piece here. Okay. We have 3 more. Whoops, that one isn't down very well. There we go. Much better. And I think that this orange is going to look so dynamic on the purple. Okay. And then one more. I love the way that looks. And we're all done with those. How fun is that? I love it. All right. So now let's get to weaving. So we're going to grab our little cheat sheet here, fold it in half, and let's get going, shall we? Hello, Heather White. All right, so we are going to do this on a 6x6 piece of paper, then we're going to cut it down. So we are going to start with our first three pieces here. Okay, like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to adhere them down with a little bit of pixie tape. Hello, Bobby. Just to keep them in place for now. Okay? And then what we need to do is we need to take 3 of these pieces. Okay? Got me so far? And we are going to lay these down. Like so. All right. And then these 3 pieces are going to go on top like so. And then these 3 pieces are going to go underneath and on top of this piece. Okay, we're just going to kind of line them up here. This is a lot easier once you start getting everything in place. Okay. And then we're going to put our next piece in. And our final piece in. Okay. Like so.